Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Ask Dr. Pickel Show, where we help people find answers that have chronic health conditions and chronic health problems. All right, so we got something interesting to talk about. This is just a little tidbit of information I just want to share in regard to peanut butter and peanuts. As you saw on our cover page there, it's like, hey, what's the problem with peanuts and peanut butter? Well, I mean, yeah, if you've got a peanut allergy, everybody knows you shouldn't eat those. And that can be a genetic issue where you just cannot have peanuts or they're going to anaphylactic shock, which we don't want. So if you're already avoiding peanuts, then this isn't a big deal. Now, the thing is, okay, Dr. Pickel is going to tell us not to eat peanuts because they're bad for you or something like that. No, actually, I want to talk about a couple of things here that I think you'll find kind of interesting. So peanuts, peanut butter, and I'm going to specifically talk about peanuts because there's other foods that this could qualify for too. But peanuts are mainly grown in especially areas like or the state of Georgia. Peanuts are wide. In fact, they like boiled peanuts. I don't think I would like that. Boiled peanuts. I've never tried them. Maybe they're good. It just doesn't sound that good to me. But peanuts grown in Georgia or in some other states in the South or even in Texas too, these higher humidity areas is where you'll see the majority of peanuts grown. There's a problem with that because what else lives in a really moist environment? Funguses. Yeah. So funguses, molds love moisture. They populate these areas. So when they grow peanuts, these peanuts get covered in these molds, especially a mold called Aspergillus. That's just a really common mold in the United States. You can't get rid of it. But the thing is it grows all over the peanuts. So and then, of course, when they process the peanuts, let's say they, not only maybe give you raw peanuts or maybe you got organic peanuts or any of these other things, you still got the mold on them. Even if it gets processed into peanut butter, even if it gets cooked, even if it gets frozen, you can't kill this mold or fungus. You just can't get rid of it. The problem is the mold and fungus releases a toxin. It's called an aflatoxin. And this is where this problems start to come into play because anytime you eat peanuts, peanut butter, however you make your peanuts, you're getting these aflatoxins into your system. And yeah, this is a problem, especially if you have an immune system issue. If you, the amount of exposure you get could vary depending on if you already have a health condition or an autoimmune condition. How's your immune system? There's other environmental factors that come into play. But in fact, it's even noted by government agencies, the effects of these aflatoxins, especially at their worst, they can cause liver damage, liver cancer, mental impairment, not good, abdominal pain, vomiting, convulsions, edema, pulmonary edema, hemorrhaging, disrupted food digestion and alterations in absorption or metabolism, coma. Actually, for aflatoxins, there's even what's called an LD50. They've come up with how much of this does it take in milligrams per kilogram of a person's body weight for a person to die from this stuff. So there is what we call an LD50 for this. So yes, it can cause death. Now, again, you eat some peanut butter, you don't have to think about these things as much. And also interesting thing is these aflatoxins can actually cause your genes to mutate. Yeah, which cancer, yeah. So, and of course, affect growth and development. Now, again, not all this is probably going to affect you in this way unless you already have a chronic health issue, an autoimmune condition. Usually people already know they're real sensitive to molds, and that these are kind of affecting them in big ways. But and there's many foods that have aflatoxins. It's just especially with these nuts. So there is an answer. It's not like, hey, my life's over. My peanut butter got taken away. Forget it. Might as well just call it quits. No. You don't have to do that. There's an answer to this. It just so happens that there is a place in the United States where they grow peanuts that hardly have any aflatoxin in them. Hooray! Hey, there might be some hope for you there if you're a peanut butter person or a peanut person. These are called Valencia peanuts. I have no stock in Valencia. I don't even. It's just a type of peanut, and there's different companies that carry them. But so Valencia is not even a company; it's a type of peanut. So the thing is these Valencia peanuts, where are they grown? Especially in New Mexico. Is there much humidity in New Mexico? No, there's really none. It's so dry, there's really no humidity at all. So mold doesn't grow in New Mexico very well, especially outdoors where they're growing peanuts. So the aflatoxin levels are minimal to minute. So Valencia peanuts are the answer to this situation. And you can find this in not only peanuts, but peanut butter. You might look it up. I'm sure there's many brands out there of Valencia peanut butter, and I've had it. It tastes just as good, if not better, than the regular peanut butter from the we'll call it the toxic peanut butter. It tastes just as good, if not better, than the toxic peanut butter. So get you some Valencia peanut butter, especially if you have chronic health issues, because the less toxic load you put into your body on a regular basis, the better. And peanuts are a great source of protein and fats. So they've got some good oils in them and things like that, to a degree. So look in that direction, Valencia peanuts. All right. Well, hopefully everybody got some good tidbits of information out of that, something you just don't hear all the time and every day. And maybe if you already knew this, good for you. You're ahead of the game on the health curve. So, all right. Well, have a wonderful day. God bless. And I will see you on the next